What's up, guys? In today's video we're going to share a couple of ways we've been saving money while building our container garden. We're at the nursery today and I asked the owner if he had any pots he was willing to give away. So we're back here getting some free pots. While at the nursery we picked up some organic soil, some chicken manure, compost, and a couple of other things we're going to show you in a little bit. But we love using this soil and compost mixture. It's a 3-to-1 ratio, soil to compost. Makes a terrific soil to grow plants in. But today we're going to transplant these little butternut squash that we grew from seed that we got from a plant, actually from a plant that we got at the store, and also these mystery peppers. I do believe they're bell peppers. Also, while we were at the nursery, we picked up these 2 trees. An Edward mango, which is a dwarf variety mango tree that we want to have in a container in our garden. Nice sized little tree cut. It's a grafted tree, I'll show you in a second. And also this Creole lime tree. This tree, I was told, was created from a cutting. There's the graft. And if you look a little closer, I think I'm going to zoom in here and see the thorns on this tree. The thorns are they're like all over this tree. So we wanted to have a citrus tree in the garden to kind of keep away some of the pests like the feral cats that are in the neighborhood, and just to have limes. We love limes. So these are a couple of other containers we just started with. This is a fairy tale eggplant. It is being sucked on by the lizards in the garden. This is an okra plant that we planted from seed. There's a sweet bell pepper that we picked up at the store. In that little cup there are probably some jalapeno peppers actually. And these are the bell peppers, I believe, that we're going to put in their own little cups today, their own little pots. So let's get started with the butternut squash. We had like 8 of these guys that had 5 in one cup and 3 in the other. But they started out really strong. Look at the roots on those guys. Nice root systems. So we're going to separate them and give them a little more room to grow. Let's see what they do. Now these sprouts are only about maybe a week old or 2 weeks old at the most. They came up pretty quick. We seeded them and in about 4 days they sprouted. And so we wanted to get them out of the cup to give them more room because I didn't know what they were going to do. So we just threw a bunch of seeds in 2 cups, but they all came up. So we wanted to separate them now and give them a chance to grow. And we were actually really surprised at how fast they germinated and came up. So I think this is going to give them the best chance to survive. This is one of my favorite parts of gardening, is watching seeds turn into sprouts. It's like having a baby. Once we put them out into the garden, though, we have to be very vigilant because we have so many pests out here. In our zone, we're in zone 11B, which is Puerto Rico. And we got a lot of spider mites and lizards, which are herbivores, and they do like chomping on our plants. So once we put these bad boys out in the yard, we're really going to have to watch them carefully to make sure that the lizards don't get them. So you'll probably see a lot of eggshells in a lot of our plants because that has worked to keep the lizards out of the pots. Is putting eggshells in there. There's something about the smell of the eggshells they don't like, as well as herbs. So we're going to plant more herbs in our garden to keep the lizards out. But there you have it. Those are our transplanted butternut squash. You see, we're just getting started in our garden. But there's the 2 trees we picked up today, the Edward mango and the Creole lime. And that's our herb bed, a little basil in the background. You see the peppers that we transplanted today as well. There's a little oregano behind there. Thanks again for watching another episode of She Then Zen. Don't forget to like and subscribe.